Coming up on Truck Dog Road, we say our final farewell to Glacier National Park, stumble onto an awesome lake in Polson, and roll back into Missoula to get the transmission fixed in our 95 Ford. We then land one of our best campsites yet with jaw-dropping views right outside of the Lolo National Forest. Just got dishes done and we're getting ready to head out of here, so filling up the fresh water right now. That just keeps the sediment out. Not really gonna make it potable, but today's a special day. So this is our last day in this area. We gotta head down to Palomino, the town that I really liked, because Tuesday morning, which is tomorrow, we have an appointment to get that new solenoid pack put in the transmission. So we need to be there for that in particular, so that if we open up the pan and God forbid find anything else, that we've got the rest of the day to sort it. So morning. Yay! Glad to hear it.
They loved it.
Good. All right, you ready? There you go. Okay, sit. So we're going on another walk. Pretty disappointed though. We went to the Apgar village because they have motorized boat rentals that you can cruise around the lake. They don't go very fast. I thought, how perfect on a very special day to take me and the dog around the lake and just cruise around, see how he does on a slow boat, you know? So we get there and it's $55 an hour, which is a little steep, but okay. And then he says, oh, but we don't allow the dogs in the boat. Huh? What are they gonna do? It's a metal boat. And just another business that discriminates against dogs, I guess. It's a little ridiculous. So they're not getting my business, clearly. And they shouldn't get yours either. I don't see what the big deal is. Charge me extra if he makes a mess, or just have me clean it up if he makes a mess. It's not a big deal. And there's not a huge liability from a legal perspective. It's my dog. If something happens, it's my responsibility. Ridiculous. I'm getting truly annoyed with how many businesses refuse to do business with your dog, you know? It's like, charge me extra. I don't care. He's with me to experience this with me, you know? Anyway, I feel bad for the guy. Poor little Kirk. Just means we're gonna have to get our own little metal boat, I guess. The trail's right behind us, but I had to stop really quick just to look at this view. Just astonishing how clear that water is. Oh, beautiful. Cooled off? Alright, I think this is the beginning of like Flathead Lake already. And this section is just, oh, I'd love to live here. I could never afford it. Look at that. Everybody has their own private dock. Jeez. I don't know, maybe one day I'll find a jalopy home that just needs fixing up and then buy that and maybe fix it up. I don't know. The dream is to live somewhere in the mountains though. If it could overlook a lake, I'd be a happy camper, but for most people my age and younger, owning a home in general feels like a far distant dream to any of us, and that's a real shame. The American dream of owning a home has just become unreachable for a lot of us. So really sucks. Really sucks. Decided to stop by a little park here in Polson just to burn the rest of the day, really. Get him wet. It's pretty warm, actually. Like, it feels like it's in the 90s today. It doesn't say that, but that's what it feels like. It's pretty through here. There's several parks, so we're at one, and there's some that extend this way more. There's one at that point, and then one over there, I think. This place is really making me wish we had a small boat right now. Just to get out on the water, go swimming, go fishing. That would be a lot of fun right now. Told you there were freaking seagulls here. It's funny. Not even by an ocean. Just decided to do a little sneak peek at this town. Go take a look. It looks pretty cute. But it's pretty cool. Look at this bridge that we're gonna cross. I thought this was pretty sweet. Get a really good look at the lake. Got docks all over the place. Definitely a cool little town. Alright, we're at the Walmart. I went in and got some groceries, and then I went in and had to return this guy. This is the dual battery GoPro charger. One of the batteries worked great. The charger itself works great, but the other battery kept faulting out. It would look like it was charging, and I'd let it charge all night, and then it would just continue, and then all lights would just blink. What the heck? Take it out, put it back in. Finally I was like, let me just see if I can turn it on in the camera, and it'd work in the camera, but it only worked for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then it just completely died. I brought it to this Walmart, got an exchange, and apparently they've exchanged quite a few of these according to the gal. So just be cautious if you guys are going to get the GoPro branded dual battery charger. At least at this point, I don't know if it's worth looking aftermarket right now for these, but the charger itself is good. It's just one of the batteries that was bad, and apparently they've had a few of those. She said they had 2 already today, not including mine, so that's 3. Oh, one extra thing. We went to a place called Murdoch's, and I've been wanting to go into one of those, and it's like a Tractor Supply and an Academy Sports or Big Five, whichever one you've heard of. It's just like a Western sporting goods and house, like they just have all kinds of cool stuff. They had a firearms section, a hunting section, they had fishing, they had clothes, it was a really cool store. We stopped there to get propane, but we went in there and they had these smoked pig ears, that's what's on the floor, for dogs. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get Kirk a few of those. They were like $1. So I got 3 of those, came inside all excited to give him a treat, and he just looked at it like, what the hell is that? You want me to do what with this? And he hasn't touched it. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like, dogs love those things. Why are you such a picky pants? Maybe he's just tired. We'll see if he eats it later. Okay, sorry, my room is a little bit of a mess, but I want to show you what I'm going to do with the Starlink. So you get 3 things in the box. You get your power adapter here. So this is what we're going to plug into the wall. You get your cable, and the plug is the same on both sides. This is a lot of cable too. Biggest complaint, it tangles like a mother. Not a big deal. But this is the actual dish that you get. It's really small. I mean, look at my hand. It is super small, and the router is built in. So it's not as fast as the standard, but I mean, look how freaking tiny this thing is. It's great. So I'm just gonna set this in the window like what we did last time we were here, because I'm not uploading a video or nothing. If I recall, it needs to be like that direction. I'm gonna plug one end into here, and then I've got some house plugs. Oop, don't step on my guitar there. I've got some house plugs, right, if you can see it, there. So that's gonna plug in there, and then I'm gonna take that end, and underneath here, you can see that guy there. We're just gonna plug this in. Kind of hard to do one-handed. There it is. Light comes on, and then we'll put it right here, and it'll start pinging satellites trying to figure out which direction it needs to go. And so right now it's searching for the satellites. It takes a while because we are inside and there's stuff blocking it, but it still works, interestingly enough. So we could go to a line. Oh, look, I've got it way too much. So you just, can you see how I'm, whoop, too much, a little more, whoops. There we go. That's where it likes it. So when it glows like that, you're good. So there we go. Now we're online and we could do a speed test with this inside in a frickin' parking lot, inside of a camper. Remember, it tells you to put it outside. And this will still work. And there's kind of like, it makes like humming and like clicks and buzzes and stuff. Apparently that's normal. So, but look, 62 megabytes per second. That's more than enough to watch a movie, to stream, whatever. Don't necessarily know if it's enough for online gaming. I don't really game, so I wouldn't know, but I've heard of some people doing it. But there we go, there's our results. So not too bad. Beautiful morning. We made it into Missoula. There's the shop. It's called Greg's. Oh, we're waiting for our turn. Told those guys, look, we have all day. So if you have somebody where it's like urgent or whatever, squeeze them in. We'll work around you guys. They've been more than accommodating for us without making an appointment and all this stuff. So they're a little busy today, but you know, they're gonna work us in. So that's really helpful. We really appreciate them for that, especially after the holiday. They did offer to get it done on Friday when the part came in, but the part came in at like 3 p.m. So I think it would be, look, y'all may not understand, but having a father that was a mechanic, if you know people that work blue collar jobs, and these are real jobs, these are jobs where, you know, I'm probably quoting somebody from the internet, but if there's an apocalypse tomorrow, these types of jobs don't go away, right? These are hard skills. And I'm not about to ask these guys who slave every single day turning wrenches to stay even longer on a Friday that's a holiday weekend, right? They should be with their families, they should be hanging out, so they should be resting.
Playing on the ground is definitely more of my favorite thing. I know you like it.
Yeah, I know. I hate laying on.
Already the truck is shifting, I want to say more aggressively, but you don't want too aggressive because that could be rough on the tranny, but it's shifting at the points that I want it to shift, so that feels a lot better, especially when going from third to fourth. The torque converter doesn't feel as like lazy or something. That's the best way I can describe it. So it does feel a lot better. We got up to 65, way smoother. Based on how it feels right now, I'm starting to bet that I think that solenoid pack was bad from the get-go, because it did not shift like this. This feels so much better. Getting back into the mountains. These homes, like, just you lucky ducks, you know? You like just have to be incredibly hardworking and also lucky to own a property like this. I mean, look at that one. You have to get to it by boat. Oh, I want it. Look at this one. Oh, that is just so freaking cool. We just entered the Sealy Lake area, and this little freaking town is cute as hell. Look, they even got flags on all the poles. Oh, this is cute. This is an all-American town right there. The lake is right there, and there's homes just to our left. Got a liquor store because we know what's important. All right, the road looks really well taken care of. Look how green it is here. Oh, it smells good too. If you guys haven't noticed, I love the smell of a Christmas tree. It's my favorite thing ever. Nobody ever tells you how often you're gonna have to clean these dang things. There's clean. There's not so clean. Here's camp. It's more of just like a parking lot, if I'm being honest. Oh, it's a pretty tiny little lake. This small one. Oh, look at that. Just pretty. Water's really clear here too. Here's the site. Lots of mosquitoes and bugs, probably because of the standing water. Got the solar deployed because we are low, very low. There we go. Starlink's all connected. Good space. Got it oriented. And then I had to hook it up with a little 99-cent extender because that little block is too large to fit in the outside receptacle. Here's how I plugged in. Excuse me. Here's how I plugged in Starlink. Bought a cheap little just extension, like a 110 extension. Well, we got Murdoch's, it was like 99 cents, so I was like, yeah, hell with it, I'll buy that for now. But we do need to wire that in and get a good, like, more permanent mounting solution for it, because right now it's just up there. Alright, got breakfast made. Got Kirk some too. Gave him just a little bit of egg and just a few pieces of bacon. Don't give him too much bacon because there's a lot of salt. Now he's going to town. Oh yeah. Oh, just gonna be jamming to some 80s rock. Some 80s heavy metal. And cleaning up the camper, so just got done doing some dishes. I like this little wire rack to be able to just dry stuff, but I need to clean my room. Good God. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And nobody's ever told you, but making the bed in this kind of space is really rough. There's not a lot to work with, so I've got to take everything out, take all the blankets off, and reorganize. So that's what we're gonna be doing for a little while. Alright, so first project of the day is done, which is cleaning up the camper, sanitizing everything. Still have stuff I gotta put away, but we need to fix this fan because it was driving me nuts last night. It makes this squeaking noise. Let me show you. Oh, and of course now it's not gonna do it. Well, it was squeaking last night and it was annoying. So I think we're gonna take it apart anyway and see if we can. Oh, that just came off. Okay, cool. Everything else kind of looks like it's just a Phillips head. So let's grab some screwdrivers and then we can lube up this fan so that it's not making noise. Oh, there it is. This guy right here. Love this guy. Picked this up from Home Depot, but they've got them on Amazon too. And this thing I've used more than any other kit. Alright, so there's the handle. Okay, so that's off. But now how does it... Here it goes. Wah! There's a little washer. Don't lose that. There we go. Realize it's also probably very difficult for you guys to see what I'm doing, but doing the best I can here. All right, there's the fan. You see how there's a bearing in there? Can you hear it? Yeah, she needs a bit of lube, so we're gonna lube that up. Man, I could move one of those solar panels over here. Looks like it's gonna be a while before this side gets anything anyway. Darn it, all right. It's important because my batteries are running pretty low. Here we go. I'll be getting at least 100 or so. Sounds a little better, but you can definitely hear that bearing is going out. How you doing?
Good, how are you? I didn't even see you up there.
Yeah, sorry, just making repairs. There we go. Okay. So now that it's upside down, I can squeeze some of that in there. And I would not recommend doing this, but we're gonna get a new one, so. Oh, it's a little quieter now, but you can definitely still hear a squeak at startup. Still definitely squeaks some. All right, we got all the big chores done today. I've got a few more little things to take care of, but it's getting really hot. So we've got a little bag packed with bear spray, a towel, and bug spray, and a little GoPro stand, and then we're headed out to the lake so Kurt can get wet. Poor little guy's been inside, and it's getting warm. It feels very warm today. Very warm.
Did you sleep good? Yeah. Little monster. Little monster. Look at this smile. Look at this smile. Look at this smile. Look at the teeth.